Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of Aslan Speaks. Today, we're going to be discussing the 21 Principles of the Art of War by Sun Tzu. So, the Art of War is not just a military manual, it's a profound guide to navigating the complexities of life. We all have these complexities. And, guys, if you're listening, read The Art of War. Then see what you can learn from it and how you can apply it in your everyday life. So, exploring the 21 principles from Sun Tzu's teachings offer insights on strategies, leadership, and personal growth. So, you can use these strategies in your everyday life. You could use the knowledge you learn into leadership roles, like in management roles, and in personal growth. So, Sun Tzu, for those who don't know, it was a legendary figure in military strategy back in the day in China. And he wasn't just a military strategist and general. He was a philosopher. He understood the human mind, what triggered us, what not triggered us, the complexities of human nature. And then he used that to be a successful general. So his insights are not solely applicable to warfare. They resonate across various fields, from business to personal development. So you can use this knowledge, guys, to grow. Because how do you have a better life? If you out there watching and this video gets your attention and you made it this far and you haven't clicked off, for me, it's about my life becomes better when I become better. And same for you. Your life becomes better when you become the best version of yourself. And I encourage you guys to become the best version of yourselves. And how do you do that? It's about learning knowledge and implementing the knowledge to change thyself. So, all right, let's begin. The 21 Principles of the Art of War. Principle number 1, know yourself and know your enemy. To achieve success, one must first understand their strengths and weaknesses. Self-awareness is crucial. How self-aware of your thoughts and emotions? Are you consciously awake, or are you on autopilot? Self-awareness is crucial. It allows for more informed decision-making and the ability to adapt to strategies to fit unique circumstances. This principle emphasizes the knowledge of oneself is as vital as understanding your opponent. Knowledge of oneself is vital to understanding your opponent. Equally important is the comprehension of the enemy's motives and vulnerabilities. By studying your adversary's behavior, one can anticipate their moves and counteract them effectively. The dual awareness creates a strategic advantage, enabling one to navigate through challenges with confidence. When we see this in football, what does really good coaches do? They go to their opponent's football games and watch their plays, watch how the coach coaches, watches the best player, and then they form a strategy to beat that. So know yourself and know thy enemy. Principle number 2, the supreme art of war. The pinnacle of strategy lies in subduing the enemy without direct confrontation. So subduing your enemy without fighting them, so to speak. This principle advocates for the resolving of conflict through negotiation, persuasion, and smart maneuvering. Achieving objectives without engaging in battle showcases true mastery. Sometimes, guys, you don't have to battle. You just got to learn how to negotiate. Or persuasion. Persuasion also means manipulation. Utilizing intellect, using your mind, utilizing your knowledge, over brute force often leads to more sustainable outcomes. By fostering relationships and understanding the underlying motivations of others, one can achieve goals by preserving resources and connections. So instead of you going to battle or like maybe two corporations are going at each other, and maybe instead of using up all your resources and spending all this money on lawyers to go battle, you can negotiate on good faith and get a good outcome without spending $1 million in lawyer fees, and then you'll still have that $1 million. So the key to principle number 2 is subduing the enemy without direct confrontation. Principle number 3, seize opportunities. Seize opportunities. Opportunities are dynamic and can vanish as quickly as they appear. To cultivate a successful path, one must act decisively when chances arise. This principle stresses the importance of momentum. Each action taken can lead to further opportunities. Conversely, hesitation can lead to missed chances. Embracing a proactive approach not only fosters growth but also builds resilience, allowing individuals to navigate through the life's uncertainties with agility. How many of you guys had a great opportunity and you didn't take it? You have to seize the opportunity. When one pathway, new job opportunity comes your way, you got to seize it. And how many, I've been there where I had all the opportunities and I'm like, man, I should have did that. And I didn't. I overthought, I talked myself out due to my overthinking. And so guys, seize the opportunities. When opportunities arise, you seize it. Principle number 4, deception in warfare. Deception is a powerful tool when it comes to strategic endeavors, right? This principle highlights the necessity of controlling narratives and presenting information strategically. By masking true intentions, one can outmaneuver opponents and gain the upper hand. In both personal and professional settings, managing perception is essential. So managing the perception is essential. The ability to create ambiguity allows for flexibility in responses and actions, making it difficult for adversaries to predict one's next move. So you got to use deception so that you're not predictable, so that you get the upper hand. Principle number 5, finding opportunities in chaos. Chaos often conceals hidden advantages waiting to be uncovered. This principle encourages individuals to maintain clarity amidst uncertainty. While many may falter in chaotic situations, the calm, clear-minded observer can identify the paths to success. By embracing creativity and bold decision-making during turbulent times, one can transform challenges into opportunities for growth. Clarity of thought and chaos can lead to breakthroughs that redefine success. So guys, we all have catalytic troubling times in our lives, and we get angry, we get upset, we get depressed, we get sad, and we let our emotions take root in us, and then we don't necessarily make the best decisions for our health or ourself or for whatever we're doing. So you got to find, even in the most negative times, you got to find the light, so to speak. So maybe you get fired from a job and then you're panicking, you're freaking out. But maybe if you look at, you know what? Maybe that job wasn't meant for me and I'm going to find something that pays me double. So look for the light. Turn that negative situation into a positive situation. Identify paths to success. Find the opportunity. Instead of looking at, oh, my glass is always half empty. Poor, pitiful me. My life's a mess. No, my glass has half full. And I'm successful. I'm healthy. I'm going to achieve greatness. Find the opportunity amongst the chaoticness in your life. Principle number 6, know when to fight. So there's time to lace up your gloves and go into that boxing match, and then there's time when you know you shouldn't. Discernment is key in determining when to engage in conflict. This principle advocates for smart decision making, ensuring that energy and resources are not squandered on trivial disputes. Knowing when to fight and when to withdraw is a hallmark of a wise strategist. Retreating strategically can often lead to more favorable outcomes in the long run. By observing strengths for battles that truly matter, individuals can navigate their path with greater efficiency and purpose. So the key in life, guys, we see this in we all play Monopoly, where one of the strategies in Monopoly is, hey, I'm going to buy up everything that I land on so that I'll have all the land, and then nobody could build houses on it because I have all the property, and then they negotiate with me. But sometimes with that strategy, you use up all your money in Monopoly so quickly that you don't have nothing. So when you land on somebody else's and you have to pay them rent, or they have motels or houses, you're land rich, but you used up all your money and now you have to start selling off your land to pay them, or you have to trade with them. Where if you play smartly in Monopoly, yes, you buy up as much as you can, but you save a little bit of resources, so that if you do land on somebody's property, you could pay them, and you're not having to bankrupt yourself. You got to be smart. And in Monopoly, yeah, you buy up enough, instead of wasting your money, you buy up enough to where you could get a set of colors. Maybe it's Boardwalk and Park Place, and then you put houses on it, and then now, boom, that's your strategy. Now you can start, because you got people who land on that, and they pay you. So know when to fight, guys. Especially in relationships, it's like when you get in arguments with your partner, there's a time to speak and time not to speak. And when you both are angry or upset with each other, maybe that's not the healthiest time to communicate. Maybe it's you got to pause, we'll revisit this tomorrow, and we're both going to sleep on it, and we'll talk to each other in a different manner and in a loving way. Principle number 7. Use surprise to your advantage. The element of surprise can be a game changer in any situation. This principle suggests that unpredictability can disorientate or stun your opponent and create opening for success. By keeping intentions flexible and elusive, one can strike when least expected. Success often hinges on the ability to act where others are unprepared. By capitalizing on this advantage, one can navigate challenges more effectively and achieve desired outcomes. So use surprise to your advantage. Principle number 8. The importance of maintenance. Even the strongest foundation requires ongoing care. This principle emphasizes the relationship skills and resources need regular attention to maintain their value. Neglect leads to deterioration, meaning things fall apart if you don't maintain them, while consistent effort ensures longevity. By investing time, energy into what matters, one can safeguard against decline. Continuous training and nurturing of connections are essential for sustaining success. So in life, we have to maintain things. Maybe you have this amazing house, and if someone doesn't take care of the house and neglect it, it starts falling apart. And then maybe that house was once worth $100,000, and you go to sell it, but because of your neglect, the house is only worth $40,000 or $50,000. That's also in a relationship. It goes for a relationship. If you don't maintain and rejuvenate that relationship, over time you get complacent, and your partner may be like, you know what, I no longer love you. I don't want to be with you, because you're not maintaining the relationship. As also with business, you know how many people who have a great business, and then they're making $50,000 a month in profit or $100,000 a month in profit. Instead of sinking some of that profit back into the business, they take it. They're going on vacations and cruises, and for their own personal gain, Then 10 years down the road, their business is a shell of what itself, and they blew all the money, and they don't have the money to fix their business. And they're like, why is my business failing? Because you're not maintaining it. Or you lose staff members because, hey, they busted their butt off working for you, and you're making all the profit, and you never gave them a raise, and you treated them like a peon, and 5 years later, they just, they were basically running your business for you and making it successful. And then they leave, and then it falls apart. And so invest some money back into the business. So maintenance, guys, is crucial. Principle number 9, adapt and innovate. Flexibility is crucial in a world that is ever changing. This principle teaches that what worked in the past may not yield results in the future. Embracing innovation and adapting to new circumstances is vital for ongoing success. So adapt and innovate. Stagnation is the enemy of progress. Therefore, being willing to reinvent oneself. You got to reinvent oneself fosters growth and resilience. Keeping pace with change ensures the strategy remains relevant and effective. So that goes for yourself. Every couple of years or every couple of months, we have to adapt and innovate ourselves, our beingness. I'm always reading and absorbing knowledge and applying it to my life, and always adapting and growing, evolving. Principle number 10, leadership by example. So we lead by example. How many out there have been in that situation where we don't respect our boss because he just sits on his stool and bosses you around, so we don't respect him? But I've been in certain jobs where I had a good boss who, when we were, whatever we were doing, he would jump back there or she would jump back there and help us, and wouldn't just sit on their butt all day. We've all been there. So lead by example. Practice what you preach. The reason a lot of people follow my work or read my books is because I practice what I preach. When you meet me on the street, I'm very spiritual. So when you see me, I'm very spiritual. I'm very loving. I'm very kind. I am what I talk about. True leadership demonstrates through actions, not authority. I'm going to repeat that. True leadership is demonstrated through action, not authority. This principle highlights the importance of embodying the qualities one wishes to aspire in others. By leading from the front, a leader can cultivate trust and motivation through their team. Integrity, commitment, and vision are essential traits that resonate with others. When leaders model these values, they create an environment conducive to collaborate and success. So lead by example, guys. Practice what you preach. In business, and if you're all talk and you don't follow through, people don't follow people like that. They follow people with integrity, commitment, and vision. So lead by example, my friends. Principle 11, manage your expectations. Because some of us out there, guys, we let our expectations get a hold of us, and they're so grand and amazing, and then we get let down by the actual outcome. Engaging others with what they expect allows for smoother interactions. This principle suggests that by aligning with others' perceptions, one can navigate more effectively. Predictability can provide a strategic advantage, enabling the concealment of deeper intentions. Managing your expectation is about controlling the narrative. By appearing predictable, one can lower defenses and achieve goals with minimal resistance. So not only manage your expectations, but manage other people's expectations. Principle number 12, the value of deliberation. Deliberation is the cornerstone of effective decision making. Before acting, yes, guys, before taking that move, one must carefully consider the consequences of each choice. This principle emphasizes that thoughtful planning can prevent costly mistakes. Success often favors those who weigh their actions. So you weigh on a scale, you're thinking about it. Taking the time to analyze situations leads to more strategic outcomes. Patience, guys, and decision-making reflects wisdom and insight. So the value of deliberation. So deliberate with yourself to analyze the situations in your life, maybe partners, business decisions, to thoughtfully think them through every scenario. And then you make, in a calm way, then you make a decision. And that will help you greatly. You don't rush in. A lot of bad business deals or bad relationships happen because you rush in. And then 3 months later, that business fails, or 6 months later, that relationship fails because you rushed in. You didn't vet the information correctly. Principle 13: control the battlefield. Setting the terms of engagement is crucial in any conflict. This principle asserts that one who controls the battlefield holds a distinct advantage. By choosing the environment, you dictate the rules of engagement. When you can determine where and how conflicts occur, you can prepare effectively. This proactive means taking action, being proactive, like going first. Proactive approach allows you to leverage your strengths while minimizing exposure to your weaknesses. Always strive to create conditions that favor your strategy. To control the battlefield. Control the situation. I was talking about Monopoly before, and if you own the majority of the territory and you have all the houses, then guess what? Your opponents are doomed to fail because you control the battlefield. You got all the best property, and you got houses on them or hotels on them, and eventually they're going to lose. Principle 14: confusing the enemy. Mystery serves as both a defense and offense. This principle teaches that the ability to confuse your opponent is a powerful tactic. When the enemy cannot decipher your intentions, they become vulnerable to your strategies. Employing misdirection can keep adversaries reactive rather than proactive. This confusion allows you to maintain control of the situation, enabling you to execute your plans effectively, craft strategies that observe your real objective. So confusing the enemy. Guys, you often in life, especially in our lives, we have these cards of life, so to speak, these cards in front of us. And so many of us, we lay them down and let other people, even with business ideas, maybe you have this great business idea and you let it slip to somebody else and they steal your business idea. Confuse the enemy. Principle 15. Count the cost of conflict. Every decision carries a price. This principle highlights the importance of assessing the costs associated with conflict. Engaging without understanding the potential consequences can lead to regret and loss. Consider not only the material costs, but also the emotional relationship impacts, guys. Only engage in battles where the potential rewards outweigh the expenses. Through thoughtful consideration of cost leads to wiser decisions. So, guys, you gotta look at what are the positive, negative effects of what are you about to do. So, maybe you're gonna quit a job and start another one, but what are the benefits if you lose your old job, and what are the negatives if you start the new one? You gotta find that balance. Is it really, really worth taking that chance, or is it not? Well, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee, guys. Try my best here. I look at this stuff. If we made it this far, congratulations. And I'm trying my best. So hit a like, share. Guys, help me out. Maybe get one of my books. If you go on Amazon, I'm an author of the Hidden Knowledge series. Book number 1 is Hidden Knowledge, Gained Wisdom. Book number 2, Hidden Knowledge, Gained Insight. And book number 3 is Hidden Knowledge, Path to the Divine. And help me out that way if you can, guys. And those books dive so much deeper into all various topics of knowledge that can help you grow and evolve. And if maybe you're not interested, but maybe get the book for somebody else you know who needs help. And you can find my books on Amazon, guys. Thank you, guys. I much really appreciate it. Even if you're just following or just listening to this video, thank you. Principle number 16. Ready for this one? Manipulating perceptions. Perception is a powerful and shaping reality. This principle teaches that manipulating how others view you can provide I have a hard time saying that, guys, so I'm sorry. A tactful edge, so to speak. By appearing weak when you're strong and vice versa, you can mislead your opponent. Employing this tactic can deter challengers or lure them into a false sense of security. Mastery the art of perception to shape outcomes in your favor. Timing and context are key in revealing your true capabilities. So in the Art of War, there's a famous, it's one of the famous lines is like, if your enemy's far away, you want to appear like you're close. And if your enemy's close, you want to appear far away. So I'm going to mess that up. If you're strong, appear weak. And if you're weak, appear strong. It's all about perception, because in life we all perceive. And it's how how if you put on a good perception of yourselves, that's how people see you. Principle 17, the price of victory. Victory demands sacrifice. This principle emphasizes that significant achievements require personal investment. To succeed, one must be prepared to commit time, energy, and resources. Half-hearted efforts yield crappy results. Understand that dedication and perseverance are essential for triumph. Embrace the struggle, knowing that the rewards are often worth the cost. Now, how many businesses fail because there are half-hearted businesses where that person creates a business but is never there, is never the captain of the ship. So all the sailors are captain of the ships, and next thing you know, that ship fails. Or that's in relationships as well, romantic, friendships. If you're not maintaining and you're not putting dedication and putting your time and energy in something, it fails. And that goes in life. So the price of victory emphasizes the significance of achievement requires personal investment. You have to personally invest. Principle number 18, the need for speed. I used to love that video game and that movie. Check it out. The need for speed. In the fast-paced world, speed can be the difference between success and failure. This principle stresses that quick actions can capture fleeting opportunities. Hesitation can allow others to seize the advantage. However, acting swiftly does not mean recklessness. It is about being prepared to make decisive moves when the movement is right. Those who can act quickly often can recapture the most significant rewards. So, need for speed means making precise movements in success. Often we hesitate, and maybe there's a business that you want, and you were offered this great deal. And so, I'll tell you an example of my own life. When I was younger, we got offered, we were renting this house from a family friend, and he offered this house at a really good price. At the time, I would think it was like $80,000 or $60,000 or something. And my mom was like, no, we're just going to continue to rent. And what happened is a couple years later, he did the offer again. And we're like, we're good. I wanted to do it. My mom didn't want to do it. And now we were living at the house for 5 years or so at the time. And basically what happened is he ended up selling it for more money, for like $100,000, to a developer, investment guy. And then he basically pushed us out and split the land. And then now that house is worth like 3 or 4 times what we were offered to. So if we just would have acted decisively, we would still have that house today. Principle 19. Offer a dignified exit. Even in victory, it is wise to allow your adversary a graceful exit. This principle advocates for compassion in conflict and resolution. Forcing others into a corner breeds resentment and can lead to future hostilities. By providing opportunities for retreat, you demonstrate strength and wisdom. This approach can solidify your position and foster future operations. True mastery lies in knowing when to show mercy. I love that saying. True mastery lies in knowing when to show true mercy. So even this comes like in life when we play sports, or maybe you beat your opponent, but you don't have to rub it in and be, just mean about it, because guess what? That person that you beat in that game is going to hold resentment, or or be bitter towards you, or may not ever want to play you again. So have dignity. When you win, that's why when I was younger in baseball, if we won a game, we still, all of us would line up as teams and we'd go shake the opponent's hand. You got to show respect. Like you see this in MMA fighting, when even one person wins, a good-hearted human walks up to that person and is like, thank you, because it takes courage to go into that ring. And it shows about your strength of character if you're able to win, but win humbly. True mastery lies in knowing when to show mercy. Principle 20. Align preparations with action. Preparation is essential. So in life, guys, we have to prepare. Maybe our career, our jobs, our relations. Preparation is key. Preparation is essential, but it must be coupled with timely execution. This principle asserts that gathering resources and strategies is only a part of the equation. Action is what transforms plans into reality. I'm going to repeat that because you can use that. We all talk about stuff and we want to do this goal, this dream, and that. But we have to take what? Action. Actions is what transforms plans into reality. Aligning your preparatory efforts with decisive actions maximizes your chances of success. A well-prepared plan that is not executed remains merely an idea. Take the leap when the moment arises to unleash your potential. Woo, that's a good one. Take the leap when the moment arises to unleash your potential. My friends, unleash your potential. Principle 21, imposing your will. To lead effectively, you must impose your will on the situation. This principle emphasizes the importance of maintaining control. Avoid being reactive. Instead, shape outcomes to align with your objective. So, reactiveness, we all have these things that come at us, these external events, and then we're dodging them, we're reactive. But we could change it to be proactive. We control the narrative. Avoid being reactive. Instead, shape outcomes to align with your objectives. True leadership involves dictating the terms rather than following them. Clarity of purpose and steadfastness ensures that you may remain the master of your life. Embrace the power of influence in guiding your path. So exert your will. We have this power that's called willpower. And obviously we can't, as a spiritual person, it's not good to oppose your will, like force people to, to go against their will, because it's the law of karma. There's a law there that you can't force anyone to do anything. But you can pose your will and be like, hey, I'm doing this, and it's up to you. You guys are welcome to follow me. That's why a lot of businesses fail, because owners are, I like that person, I don't want to fire them, even though they're one of the worst employees. They're too afraid to fire. Or they've set all these boundaries and guidelines in the business, but they don't enforce them, so everything's falling apart, and now you're losing money. You have to impose your will, especially in business. Conclusion. So I went over the 21 principles. Mastering the principles of Sun Tzu, the art of war, offers profound insights for navigating life's complexities. Each principle serves as a guide to enhance strategic thinking, and decision-making and leadership skills. So to dive deeper into So read that book. There's also, if you don't like reading, look up the audio book for Art of War. I hope this video was helpful. Like I said, like, share, subscribe. And if you guys want any more videos, write a comment like, hey, can you talk about this? I'm a wealth of knowledge. But to summarize this, guys, know your enemy and know yourself. And one of the keys in life is to truly know yourself, to analyze, to think, to strategize is crucial. Seize the opportunities when you have them. Know when to jump and when not to jump. There's be decisive. Instead of being reactive, be proactive. Take action in your life. Instead of talking about it, do something about it. You know how many people I meet, like, I want to change, I'm not happy with my life. Woe is me, woe is me. A week later, they're doing the same thing. Woe is me, woe is me. Or maybe they have some type of addiction and I don't want to drink no more. I don't want to do this no more. But a week later, they're doing the same thing. You have to change yourself. If you can master your own beingness, your mind and your emotions, master your willpower, you'll be unstoppable. Hey guys, I wish you the best out there. I send you my love. I wish you, hope this video was helpful. God bless you.